Live, don't come on.
From the southern skies, a voice rings true. Sydney to Perth, bringing the news, exposing the lies, the secrets, the pain, fighting for justice, breaking the chains. A voice down under, shining the light on cults and abusers. We're taking the fight for kids, for survivors, for hope and truth. Together we're stronger, recovering through. Mental health, awareness grows. Stories of healing, the world now knows. From Canberra to Melbourne, we're making a stand with friends around the world, hand in hand. A voice down under, we're shining the light on cults and abusers. We're taking the fight for kids, for survivors, for hope and truth. Together we're stronger, recovering through.
G'day, g'day. How you going, champs? So happy to be here. My name's T. I'm from Perth in Western Australia, and this is my new show, A Voice Down Under. I'm joined today by a couple of our beautiful protesters. We've got the wonderful Ree connecting. I'll just bring her in. G'day, Ree.
G'day,
How you
g'day.
going? And we have with us as well, Lectric Boogaloo.
Hello,
Hello.
beautiful ladies. Love the hair.
Not bad. Oh, yay. So tonight, as usual, I'm winging it like my eyeliner. We are going to be talking about, I do like saying that, Lisa McPherson and her story, as we have a vigil coming up in Melbourne. Let's just say hello to whoever's here that I can see. We've got the ever faithful Gonna One Day. Hello, how you going? You're listening while you're driving. Okay, stay safe. Mad Drop Bear. I hope you don't behave too much. Oh, you behave badly. Okay, that's all right then. And we've got Ree and we've got Joe. How you going, Joe? Thanks for joining us. Afila, as always. Flying Drop Bears, yeah? If anyone hadn't noticed, I have tried to, in the intro, I've tried to include all of us lot down here, and Mad Drop Bear is in the intro. He flies across the screen briefly there. That's his little character. It's such a catchy song. I've been putting it on. Love AI. We've got Irish Mart. Hello, lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. Susan King, yay! Susan King, you're awesome. She's my little my detective lady. She's brilliant. Yay! And Fiona, how are you? I haven't seen you for ages. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Yay! Got a lovely crew here tonight. Okay, so we're gonna maybe start. I'm just gonna play a video from Mark Bunker because he was heavily involved. Oh, Jay King as well. Hey, how you going? I hope you can join us on Thursday. I need to message you. Yeah, sorry. I was trying not to get distracted by the chat. What was I saying? Mark Bunker, yeah. So he was heavily involved in the whole scenario of Lisa McPherson, which is a tragic, tragic story. It's the most well-known story of, I guess, what would you say, sort of abuse of Scientology?
Yeah.
Of denial of psychiatric help, basically. And he even started the Lisa McPherson Trust due to what happened to her. So I'm just going to show her her story, if I can get my stuff together, and then we'll have a little chat about it. Yeah, sound good?
Sounds like a great plan.
All right, let's see. Ooh, oh my goodness, what have I? Nothing ever runs smoothly, does it? Hang on. Too many pages. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Oh, I don't think I can put... That's very strange. Okay. Why have I... Oh, Hang on. All right, wrong page. Please bear with me while we deal with some technical issues. Oh, there we go. Right, this one. That should be the right one. They really need to make it a little bit easier. Okay. I'm going to put this on. Oh, no. All right. I'm going to try press play now. See if it works. Let me know if you can hear it. All good?
But it turned out to be this woman, Lisa McPherson, who was in Scientology for, I think it was 17 years, something like that. She was a devoted member of Scientology. She had left her small town in Texas to come to Clearwater. So her whole world, Lisa's whole world was revolving around Scientology. And she had a psychotic break. She was driving down the road in Clearwater and had a minor car accident, just a little fender bender. And the paramedics came to the scene of this accident, and Lisa had taken off all of her clothing and was walking down the street naked. So Lisa was taken to the nearest hospital, the Morton Plant Hospital, which is just a few blocks away from the Fort Harrison Hotel. And she was checked into the hospital and into the psychiatric ward. And within an hour, 10 Scientologists, including Panetta Slaughter, showed up at the hospital and talked to Lisa and talked her into signing herself out. And the Scientologist, the doctors weren't happy about this, but Lisa had said, yeah, I want to go with my friends. So Lisa was taken back to the Fort Harrison Hotel. And she was put on what they call baby watch, L. Ron Hubbard's introspection rundown, which is his theory of how to deal with somebody who is a PTS type 3, a potential trouble source type 3 is how Hubbard referred to it. It's someone who's suffering a psychotic break. Hubbard said that they should be isolated. No one should talk to them. They should be in a peaceful, quiet setting to help them, come out of this psychosis until they're ready and well enough to be audited and solve the basic problem that's causing the trouble. The people who were watching over Lisa were people who were people, and oftentimes who didn't even speak English. They were these low-level people on staff who were told just to guard her, to watch, don't talk to her, don't respond to her when she's talking to you. And every day they would keep logs of Lisa's behavior. And it's clear that she's becoming increasingly more deluded, more lost as the days go by. They're force-feeding her medicine with a turkey baster. She's speaking. She's saying that she's L. Ron Hubbard. That she's smearing her feces on the wall. I mean, it's horrible. And she was held there against her will for 17 days. On the last day, she's in horrible condition. And rather than call an ambulance, the Scientologists decide to throw her in a van and drive her to the hospital.
I just want to pause this. I'm really sorry, but there's a I didn't get a chance to edit this before I put it up, but there's some very gruesome pictures. I will try and pause it before they pop up, but I can't remember the exact point they pop up, but it is pictures of the autopsy and stuff. So it's very disturbing. So just trigger warning. Okay. I will try my best to pause it before that comes on, because it's awful.
Okay.
But they don't go to the Morton Plant Hospital, which is just a couple blocks away. In fact, they pass several hospitals to go a great distance to, I think it was Port Richey Hospital, where there was a Scientologist doctor on call. And they brought her into that hospital and she was dead on arrival.
There we go. I got it. Yeah, they show her body and stuff, and it is absolutely shocking. Yeah. So that's the basics of the story of Lisa McPherson, and it's the most well-known case, but there are other cases. What do you think about that, ladies? What are your comments on?
I find it so distressing. That first part of the story where Mark's telling that she's had a small car accident, just a very small one, but strips off naked and is asking for help. And that stripping off clothing, that can be part of a psychiatric crying for help, a psychosis happening for her. and that, like, she was this close from getting real help.
Oh no,
And
yeah.
and then Scientology systematically murdered her over a 17-day period. And it's beyond comprehension that this happened. Like,
Mm.
it's just a very distressing story.
It was unpreventable. I mean, it was preventable. I mean, you know, it could have been
Yeah.
in another, you know, it was very, very close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. People ask me why I protest, and this is really the crux of it, because people say, "Well, how bad could Scientology be? You know,
Yeah.
what could it actually do?" And you follow it down the rabbit hole, and they've systematically taken this woman. They've done everything that they possibly can to make her crazier and crazier, probably just to take her money. And
Yeah.
then real people die. And like, it's
Yeah.
horrible for her family that she's died. It's horrible probably for those people watching.
Yeah.
Everybody around there could have gone, hang on a minute, this is obviously not working. They could have just
Yeah.
said, you know what, she's just beyond our help. She's just a suppressive person, and we'll throw her out and we'll give her back to the doctors. And
Yeah.
none of them went there. And that's really, this is what can happen if you leave people, vulnerable people,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know, in these states. It's
And
just horrible.
And
yeah, and
to
it also shows. Oh, sorry, you go.
to have a person that's in a state of psychosis and to deny them the ability to communicate with another so that they can start leveling out, so that they can start bringing themselves to a different reality with the aid of a human being curating or assisting them to do that. It is beyond cruel. It's actually a form of torture. And
Mm.
to think that they got away with it, and they still, up until today, I mean, we don't think that they got away with it because we still hold them accountable for her murder. But they got away with it.
There was a court
Yeah.
case and they won. They paid big lawyers, and they I think they got someone to fiddle the autopsy results as well, and they said it was embolism, I think, pulmonary embolism or something like a blood clot, you know. But I mean, if you can find the autopsy results online and see a lot of the details and stuff. It's really grim, and for her to be hallucinating and stuff like that, I mean, there's a lot of signs of severe dehydration. Like, what was going on with that? Why was she not drinking water? Why, you know?
Bites all over her body from insects.
It was cockroach
Yeah.
bites. Yeah, it's absolutely, it's shocking.
And I know there's a lot of people, I've heard people talk about homeless people and how you can go crazy because you can start to think you're invisible because you talk and no one pays any attention. And imagine you're locked in a room and locked inside your own head going, am I even real? And you try and talk and no one, like, that must have just been so distressing. It's just awful. And this is what has been mandated to be done to people. And no one went, wow, this seemed to have really backfired. We should reel back from that. No, it's written down. It's in the doctrine. We'll do it again. Thanks. And I don't understand how it would ever have a different outcome.
Yeah.
Fiona's just made a comment. So what I find disgusting, besides Sciento taking her from the hospital, is the fact that the watchers are meant to talk to her, aren't meant to talk to her at any time. So it's like you say, imagine being there with those people. She must have been begging them, like, you know, let me out, and they're not allowed to. And how can they? It just shows the level of mind control, the brainwashing, that they are that programmed that they will not go against what they have been told to do, which is to not communicate with her. Like, and also all of the this is where the auditing comes in, where you have your human emotions audited out of you. You know, like your natural instinct, you see someone climbing the walls, you want to help them, like naturally as a human. That's what you would do. Most people would. So it's just
and
awful.
they're not going to do that, because if they do something contrary to what doctrine is, then they will be punished and audited for that
Yeah.
themselves, so that
Yeah.
it keeps everyone in this stuck position of just doing Hubbard doctrine, which
Control,
is
yeah.
deadly.
And possibly feeling terrible because you could be in that position where you think, how come what I'm doing's not helping?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of those people trapped inside saying, well, I felt guilty wanting to leave because I was supposed to be helping them. And if I couldn't help them, I was doing it wrong and it's my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know?
Yeah.
It's just so,
Yeah.
so sad.
Yeah. Oh, so, and this isn't just going on in America. This has happened, well, we believe, well, it will be happening in Australia.
Yeah.
Now, it could be going on right now as we're talking, because the doctrine is not allowed
That's
to be
right.
changed. And there's kind of evidence. I should have looked into it more. I'm sorry, guys. I am still recovering. I've actually been sleeping most of the day, and I did mean to have a lot more stuff to show during this stream, as usual. Like, that's why I say I'm winging it. It's a disclaimer. But yeah, there was a case. I'm going to bring it up. So I feel another one of our lovely protesters she actually did a video reading an article about it. And where have I put the link? There it is. So we can just watch that video. Is it a long video? I can't remember how long it is. Let me just check it. Hang on. And for those, it's 19 minutes. Whoops. It's 19 minutes long. Maybe we can, if I speed it up a little bit, we can play some of that. Hang on a second. It's heaps long. So long, man. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to play some of it. We'll see how we go. Hang on one sec. Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. I don't like the way StreamYard operates, hey? I might try that. That one Nora's using? She uses her streaming platform seems really cool. Seems like really
Yes.
customizable, Yeah. Okay, so I need to remove old Marky Bunker. I do love Mark. I'm going to include all the links to you guys' channels and stuff at the end or in the description.
Just while you're doing that,
contact him.
how long has it been since her death, T?
So it's going to be 30 years next year. So this is the 29th year, I believe. Or was it 25?
Yeah.
1995.
I just want to put a pin in it, just so everyone remember to the end when they said they took her to see a Scientology doctor, because that'll come back later.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, that was I think I know who was it the normal suspect, the usual suspect one, doctor? Yeah. Oh, you got something, have you got a bit to say about that, have you, afterwards?
I do at the end, yeah.
Great.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'll press play then, shall I?
Great.
All right, let's give it a mark. I'm trying to find the right bloody tab now. Sorry, guys. Okay.
It's live. So today I just wanted to share with you this.
That doesn't sound right, does it?
There's a news article about this woman who was in the Sea Org based in Sydney, and she had come over from Taiwan, and basically
what is going on?
She had a mental breakdown, and there was this news article about her being placed in isolation, which the church denied. So I just wanted to go through and have a look at that story with you guys. I'm new to this sharing, and so hopefully you can see the screen and the news article, and we can go through it and have a look. So, Church of Scientology denies holding woman in isolation. So this was put out by ABC News. ABC is our public broadcaster, and so it's similar here in Australia. It's similar to like the BBC would be in the UK. And this story was put out by Steve Kinane, who is he was the one that wrote the book and did lots of the journalist, and did lots of investigation into the Church of Scientology. Hi, T. Good to see you. And let me know, T, if you can hear me well and if you can see the article. If you can, please. Alrighty, so let's have a look at this. The Church of Scientology denies holding woman in isolation. This story was from 2013. It's not a breaking story, obviously. But this blows my mind that this sort of thing is happening in this day and age. Like, it's not in the last century, guys. Makes me mad. Anyway, thanks, Steve. Alrighty, so the Church of Scientology in Sydney has been accused of holding a young Taiwanese woman hostage after she suffered a mental breakdown. In March 2012, Alice Wu was hospitalised after she punched a window at the Church of Scientology's headquarters in Dundas, in Sydney's west. So Dundas is so that was the picture in my tile, and it's here. So that's the location where I believe there used to be the RPF, and also where the children were housed in terrible conditions that we've heard from other stories. Ms. Wu badly damaged her right hand in the incident. Her family claims she was trying to escape the facility at the time. The Church of Scientology denies allegations, saying Ms. Wu was not held captive or forced to do anything against her will. Ms. Wu was 20 and studying commerce when she signed Scientology's billion-year contract in late 2011, joining the Elite Sea organisation and moving from her hometown of Taichung to Sydney. So this young 20-year-old student, living her life in her own country, signs a billion-year contract and moves over to Sydney and joins the Sea Org. Taiwan has become the major recruiting ground for the Church of Scientology in Australia, following the sharp decline in membership locally. We have hardly any members in Scientology. It's so ridiculous. Two former insiders had told Lateline, so Lateline is a news program on ABC. Two former insiders have told Lateline at least 50% of Scientology staff in Sydney are Taiwanese. I mean, that's crazy. Oh, the sound is jumping. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I can do anything. Unfortunately, I have a really bad computer and I really need to get a new one, and it has interfered with my ability to create good videos. But anyway, welcome in, guys. Good to see you. Let me know if the sound is any better. I hope so. Anyway, let's try again. So 50% of Scientology staff in Sydney are Taiwanese. Just crazy.
I don't know where I put your
sure
screen to
just
skip it.
make sure nothing else is open.
It's gone.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see. So, Lateline has obtained rare footage of life inside Scientology's Sydney headquarters, filmed from a nearby park. It shows recruits being drilled in a military-like fashion, marching and saluting before heading off to work. Oh my God, you can't make this shit up. Teresa Wu, a family spokesperson, told Lateline, so this is now a family spokesperson for the woman, Teresa Wu, told Lateline that Ms. Wu is soon tired of her life in the Sea organisation at Dundas and asked to leave.
Oh, wow.
They put her into a place called the isolation room. She was still offered food, but was locked in a room. It is an isolation room in the Sea organisation, Teresa Wu said. Okay, how would this person, who is a family spokesperson, even know of things like the Sea organisation and the isolation room, etc., unless she'd been told by someone? Scientology's lawyer, Stuart Gibson, denies the allegations on behalf of the group. Is the sound any better, guys?
Should I just skip it a little bit?
No one from the Church of Scientology was available for interview, but in a statement claimed Ms. Wu was suffering from the flu. Okay.
I just so basically she was held. Okay. She was held against. She wanted to leave. She was held. I think her dad questioned it and stuff. She broke the window trying to get out and was injured and taken to hospital and stuff. But the same thing again. The father could see that it wasn't right, and he wanted to get her out, but they persuaded her to stay. You know, she was brainwashed. And as far as I know, she's still in there. She's still in there. You know, and she's yeah. They're big in Taiwan. They've got like, so for anyone that's been following me and Journey with the map and everything, they've got I think 3 missions and 2 orgs over there in Taiwan. Like, it's huge. It's huge. In fact, Taiwan, the ideal org over there is the biggest org out of all of them in the world.
Wow.
It's 13 stories high. Yeah, it's huge. So that's going on in Australia. And actually, I'm going to show. I have got it lined up. Where she was held. So this is the actual RPF in Dundas. I don't know if it's still. I've been trying to find out if anyone has any information. I've just put. Sorry, Fiona. I've just put Efila's channel link in the description of the video. I think I can probably post it. I'll just post it again here. Hopefully that works. Sorry, I'll do questions in a minute because otherwise I get distracted and I'll forget what I'm doing. So I'll just show you Dundas. Hang on. Because I think it's cool to show these places, you know, so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been trying to travel around and actually show different buildings and stuff in Australia. Like, I think it's important to you know, visually see what is going on in our country. And so this is Dundas. Now, this still belongs to Scientology. And actually, if you look here and you zoom in, I'm pretty sure that that's a Sea Org worker there. Can you see? Yeah. So this is the back entrance. And this was refurbished a few years back. I think 2009, something, I don't know, somewhere like a few years ago. It was all refurbished, and it was actually, there's a silent birthing unit in there, but I don't know if it's still the RPF. I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard some stories about on here. So there was, you can't see from here, there's a bit behind there. They had children on the RPF here, right? And children were hand cutting the grass by hand.
My
they also
God.
yeah, and also there was they'd had to dig a big hole, like almost like a pond, but a really, really deep hole, filled it with water, and they were using that for overboarding. You know, like, so overboarding. So they still do that now. They that's from back in the day when Hubbard was on the ship, and they used to throw people overboard. So obviously they can't do that on land. So they actually, you know, I think Cece talked about it on her video with Nora, or somebody did, where they actually still overboarding people. And children and stuff. It's a form of humiliation in front of everyone, you know. So I don't know what this building is being used for, but I would like to go and investigate it. Apparently, buses are going in and out and stuff. So yeah, I'm wondering if it's still RPF. That's something that needs to be investigated, I think. Yeah, I just thought that was really interesting to show that. And I think it's the old headquarters, isn't it? I think as well. It used to be before Chatswood was.
It's an old monastery. It was backing onto the school. It was like a Morris Brothers school that's next door still. And I think it's so sad that you've got a school full of kids in high school living their best lives, expanding themselves, and then you've got, you know, people on the other side looking out that can't join the rest of the world. And it's funny, I went past there recently because that's near me, and there is not a sign anywhere saying it's Scientology, and I almost wonder if they're just trying to, you know, distance themselves and keep a really low profile now. Not anything. No, and even I
thought I saw a sign there the other day. Yeah, okay.
It's not there anymore because I had a really good look, and they did have some signs up in the article that talked about the refurb, and it was like a, you know, an old sign that was leaning against something saying, you know, deliveries around the back, but no, there's no signage or anything on the main road. And it looks quite stark, but I know they have a lot of area behind it which you can't see from the road. I think they're trying to keep a bit of a low profile.
Yeah, I did talk about it on another video. I can't remember which one it was, but I spent quite a lot of time looking at it, and we saw the signs and stuff, and there was something blurred out. And yeah, so I'm thinking I might do like a series where I go around all the buildings in Australia, like all the different orgs, and go into the history of them and cases related to them, just so we can get like real in-depth information about what's going on here. Because you know, a lot of the time, like you said, somebody asked you, why do you protest? Why are you doing this? You know, and they've asked me and they've gone, oh, there's only 1,600 members in Australia. Like, why are you bothering? There's bigger cults and stuff. And it's like, but, you know, those people matter. I always say that every person matters, but, you know, it's still going on in our country. We don't want it here. You know, we don't want this crap. And I think seeing it visually, again, is really important. I think we need to see what's going on. Yeah.
And there's not many other groups, like every other group that's been caught out for something. And there's been a lot in Australia that have been caught out for things. At least they've come out and said, yeah, we were doing the wrong things, we've changed. Now, whether they have or not, that's neither here nor there. I've never heard a Scientology person saying, yeah, we weren't good at safeguarding, but we've made a lot of changes. They're not even paying lip service.
Yeah.
So why would they actually be changing if they don't care what other people say or think of them? And they're systematically taking away a person's right. You know, you say, how are you going to get a mindless drain? Well, first of all, I'm going to tell them that anyone should be able to say anything they want. And then I'm going to convince them that, you know, nothing that they think or feel matters. It's whatever we think and feel. And then you're not even allowed to think things.
Yeah.
And then you're not allowed to be yourself. You can't have anything nice if you join. And you just have to do whatever. But, I mean, you can have a lot of religions where theoretically, if you did everything they said and you had someone who wasn't abusive on the other side of it, that you could live a really, really good life. But Scientology is not even set up for that.
Yeah.
It's set up to live a terrible, terrible life that, you know, some of the executives saying, you know, you would get in trouble if you were nice to your staff. I mean, how does that make sense at all? Like, ever. You can't even have a situation where people could be living their best lives, believing these things. No, it has to end in pain and misery.
Yeah. To have husbands and wives that can't even discuss with each other that they have a thought that they might want to leave. They can't even discuss because their husband or wife will, not might, will report them. Like, it's so dangerous for them to have a thought.
And even ask a question, you know, you might be, think of any training session, anything, where if you go, hey, does that mean this? And the person says, we're not allowed to talk about that. You should just understand. So they're treating you really like you're starting to gaslight yourself and going, but you can't even reach any sort of resolution at all. You can't. And literally, if you're like, I'm on board with this, right? I want to do everything you want me to do. I just want to understand it. And they're like, no, you can't. We can't discuss it. Like, that's just, that's really, really crazy. So, but not
you're not allowed to think.
Question.
No.
And there is no right way of thinking. It's not even as if there's some sort of like, you mythically like this, if you do exactly this, no one will have a go at you. It's not like that. It's like, except if someone gets annoyed and you work for them, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
You know, there's no right interpretation.
Joe's just asking, have they got any protesters out there in Taiwan? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'd love to, if anyone has any connections with any Taiwanese, that would be amazing. I heard Poe on the Go might have a friend there, so I'm going to get, I'm actually doing a show with him on, I think, Monday morning Aussie time, Sunday in America. So I'm going to see if I can hit him up and see if he knows someone, because I know he's got friends in Asian countries, because to have a contact there would be amazing. That's our main source of recruitment here, you know, and to find out if anyone's protesting and maybe get some literature printed up and stuff sent over there, or, you know, some sort of awareness over there. So yeah, that's a really good question, Joe. And also, again, with Journey's map, she needs someone over there to confirm these locations. I don't know if you see what's going on with her. She's working so hard. I really keep bigging her up. She's amazing. Jay King, thank you so much for being a member, darling. I really appreciate that. You're amazing. And we'll see you on Thursday. Woohoo! So, should we talk about Thursday?
Let's talk about Thursday.
Yes. So Thursday, us guys, who's coming? Who is coming? You're coming. Lectric Boogaloo, right? So hang on. So we were going to do Melbourne and Sydney, but we're not really sure what is going on with Sydney because we haven't had that much interest. So, but we've got quite a few people coming to Melbourne. So we're holding a vigil for Lisa, but also not just for Lisa, for all of the victims of the abuse of Scientology that have, they've been denied psychiatric help. Oh, that's what I was going to say, a couple of other Australian cases as well. But also, I believe that the 5th of December, I may be wrong, was the day that Doug went missing in action. David, we're not confused. So I want to light a candle for him as well. I think that's really important. It's like a remembrance, a vigil, and to keep Lisa's story alive. I think it's very important to keep it alive. Even nearly 30 years later, people are still talking about it. I think that's great awareness. I think that because it's still going on, because it's still happening, the doctrine hasn't changed. And as long as it's going on, I'll keep talking about it. We'll keep this story alive. I think that's really important. Absolutely. And bring to light some of the other stuff as well. So I've got I bought these from, I thought this was a really good idea. Loads of these, heaps and heaps of these electric candles, right? You can get them in red
fantastic.
dot. Yeah, the smaller ones are like $4, and then those ones are $5. So I thought, even if we just if each of us got like a couple of packets, and we could just I just want to have the whole of the front fence full of candles, man. I want them to see that stuff. I want them to be, because a lot of the members might not even be aware of it. They might not be aware of it. They're sheltered from everything. I'll be printing out leaflets as well, like informational leaflets with her story on it, with links to videos and stuff like that. Just to kind of keep it alive, keep us people talking about it. Swedish, we will definitely be lighting a candle for Doug. He's very missed. I'll just see if I've answered that question. I'm just looking for the chat. Okay, so Adelaide Org, it's one of the smaller ones. It's one of those shop front ones. Same as Brisbane and Canberra. They're like that, aren't they? They're like the little kind of shop ones. They're supposed to be making Ideal. They do have a massive building down in Port Adelaide, but they've had it for years and years. It's not going to happen anytime soon. And I think they've just sold that shop as well. They've sold it, but they just release it to them or something. I don't know. More like an org. Sorry, I'm just looking at these comments.
I'd be interested to know if soon, because I know they've done a lot of recycling of properties. You buy a new property, do it up, you sell your old property, and you go, here's another one. You never talk about the fact you close the old one. But I was wondering if there's some properties around Sydney they might do it to, including Dundas, because that real estate would be worth an absolute bomb.
I'm sure they hang on to them. They've got online stuff as well. They've got the Hubbard. There's a Hubbard Dianetics online thing based out of Brisbane, I think it was. Who was I with? I did a video the other day. It was I'll have to find it and put clips up or something. I don't know. Should we look at another Aussie case?
Yep.
The one I just really want to reiterate that it is going on in Australia. So this one is from a few years back. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say. The other reason I think this movement's really important is that we used to be huge in the media. Brian Seymour, we had Steve Kinane, we had who's the other guy? All over the media all the time. Xenophon, all the time. Australia was one of the biggest media countries that were covering Scientology. Brilliant. That's died off. That hasn't been going on for the past few years for whatever reason. I think they've possibly had a block put on them by Scientology lawyers or something like that. So that makes it even more important that we're speaking out about that. It needs to be continued to be spoken about because it's still going on. It needs to be investigated. We don't have them anymore. Maybe they'll come back. I hope so.
I hope so.
work with them behind the scenes. I don't know, but yeah, that's another reason why I think that this movement's really important. Oh, hey, DP Audits, thanks for joining us. 60 minutes as well. Yeah. Sorry, Ree, you were going to say something?
Oh, I just was thinking about the 12-year-old child that was recently in 2024 at a Scientology event, and Alex and Nora did a breakdown of this child, this young girl, talking about her wins on the purification rundown that she had done. And I think that footage is gold to us. I'd like to explore that further, not tonight, but it can never hurt mentioning it, because
Definitely, mate.
kids are in Scientology today in 2024 doing these obscenely abusive drills and rundowns written by a demented, mentally unwell man called Ron Hubbard. And it's not a joke. It's not funny. Not that any of us think it is, but it's so dangerous when you see that child, a 12-year-old, awkwardly speaking on stage as if this is going to be a win. And to me, it looks like a very abused child speaking.
Yeah.
And that's why I protest today. It must stop. This must not be done to children. And somehow we need authority figures to find out about that. I was thinking about that girl a lot this week, and personally, I don't give a rat's ass about the tax. I don't give a rat. I just don't like that this is done to human beings, especially children. And with the survivors that are speaking out, there are a different breed of survivors that are speaking out today. The Miriam's our Aussie survivor. Jamie Mustard speaking out. There's a Nora. They're different because they actually speak about real things that happened. Lara FM talks about shredding evidence to do with the Lisa McPherson case. She was ordered to do that as a very young teenager, to shred the evidence before the court case. So it's such a serious thing that we're discussing here, and just wanting to raise more awareness and get people on board. And if you know anyone that writes for a newspaper, or you know anyone that works for child protection laws or anything like that, please contact any of us and we'll try and help get information to them, to get this more well known about.
And there's our email addresses at the bottom there. I just put those up. If anyone wants to get involved in this movement, if anyone has any connections, maybe with their local councils or anything like that, any ideas, please chuck them our way. We'll be back in touch as soon as we can, and just we're up for everything. We are doing a few things behind the scenes still. It's taking time. We all have busy lives. We're in three different states here, you know, so it's different time zones and all sorts of stuff, but we're doing our best. So I'm just gonna have a look at this other case. It was again, anything online. I've found a lot of the cases online have been removed. News articles have been removed that were there previously. The links don't work anymore. The media have had some sort of ban put on them by Scientology, some kind of agreement, payoff, I don't know, by their lawyers. And that's why we're not seeing anything. That is definitely a thing, I reckon. I'm saying 90%. I don't have any receipts for that, but yeah, it seems to be what's going on. I've been investigating it for a while, and yeah. So I'm just going to quickly skim through this article because I think it's important. Again, this is neglect, I believe. People being either brainwashed or, well, anyway, I'll read it. So hang on. So this is from the Sydney Morning Herald back in 2007. And a lady, so she needed psychiatric care. She knew she needed it. She tried to get help twice, but her Scientologist parents had a religious objection to psychiatric intervention because that's what they're taught. So Scientology are very anti-psychiatry. They denied her the treatment she wanted and then dosed the 25-year-old with their own medicine, specially imported from the US. So we all know what that would be. That would be the the bloody vitamins, the cow mag or whatever, more than likely.
Niacin.
Yeah, niacin. As her mental health worsened, 3 weeks ago, they crumbled and let her take antipsychotic drugs she'd been prescribed. But it was too late. The unfolding tragedy came to its bloody head at Revesby last Thursday. After an argument with her mother, the young woman was found that afternoon, confused and wandering the street with a knife. Inside the family home, her father and her teenage sister lay dead. On the driveway outside, her mother moaned for help as she bled from stab wounds. That night in hospital with her wrists in bandages, the young woman screamed, "I just want a knife. I want more killing. More. I need more. I'm wanting more killing." This account of the woman's mental disintegration was revealed in court documents in Bankstown local court yesterday. The clearly bewildered woman faces 2 counts of murder and 1 charge of inflicting grievous bodily harm. Sorry, are you going to say something? She murdered her father and her tried to kill her mother and killed her 15-year-old sister, basically. Yeah. And
My
what to say?
God.
And
So
how
tenant of-
terrible would she feel when she comes back to herself and thinks, I really wanted help and look what I did and I really wish I hadn't done that, and that's going to live with her
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it says here, so the tenet of Scientology is a rejection of psychiatry and psychiatric drugs, which its website says actually create insanity and cause violence. You know, they always seem to write the opposite. You know, it actually seems, in my opinion, it's Scientology that creates that. You know, it's people that have underlying mental health issues. They are exacerbated by this. It's psychological torture what they put them through, being locked in a room and audited. It's psychological torture, in my opinion. You know,
it is. I mean, imagine something happens to you and then someone says to you, so when did you do that to someone else? And you think, but I haven't done that to anyone else. Oh, but you obviously have.
Yeah.
And what's your treatment? So Ree, you've done something. What's your treatment? Just admit that you did it. Okay, I did it. All right, well, we're good now. Like, what? That doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, that's when people say that, oh, they get audited and things, that's what it is. Get them to say it out loud and then go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then they're somehow cured. Like, you think of anybody with any sort of compulsion, or, you know, if you like, I bite my fingernails, I bite them all the time. And just going, yeah, I've done that. Well, does that help? No, it doesn't help. But you've said, okay, now I've cured you. So you're good to go. And it doesn't really matter what it was that you did because you said it out loud. I mean, that's just like.
And it's the same with PDF files. Yeah. The child abusers that are audited and continue to be allowed to be in their church, you know? Yeah, you brought it in. Yeah, exactly, Teresa. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have another article as well, but I can't find it, Swedish Lena. There was another one, I'm pretty sure, with a gunman, and 8 people got shot, and it was something to do with Scientology, but I don't want to, I'll try and find that. I'm going to be doing a lot more shows and going through a lot more articles, I think. It's important to highlight these things. Yeah, so I can't remember what else we were going to do. What were we going to talk about, ladies?
That case that you just spoke about, so she was charged and went to jail?
I believe so. I've just clicked it off.
That's all right.
I'll do a show where I go through it properly, and I've got so many files that I've downloaded. I bloody opened a Scribed account, and you go on there and you can download like all of the rundowns, all of the court documents. I've got so many shows, man. So much stuff. So yeah, I will be getting into those. Very interesting stuff. All of the Valerie Haney court cases and like all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So if anyone wants to join me to go through them, more than welcome. Thanks, DP Audits. DP Audits is based in the UK. He does like the auditing which I'm still not sure. So I want to get, I don't know if anyone's heard of Bear Britain audits. I want to get him on for an interview where I think that auditing is more like, so you don't have First Amendment in the UK, but more like your rights and stuff. So it'd be really interesting to kind of like link up with them and see what's going on and what that's all about. And I think so Nathan as well, Aussie auditing, and there's auditing Aussie, and then there's auditing Aussie audits. They're very similar names, but they would probably have some really good information on protesting and what you're allowed to do and not to do, and in regards to like filming in public and things like that. So it's always good. Hey, none your business. Are you going to be joining us on Thursday? You said you might be popping down. 6 p.m. Melbourne org. Church of Scientology. Join us. Come down. Come and have a yarn. What is Swedish, Lena? You're a little wombat digging up all the dirt. I am. Hey, I've been sick. I've been off work, so I've been I've been doing a lot of digging. A lot. Yes. And as well, I want to get Bear Britain audits on. He was the guy. So put the clip up about the kid behind the counter. Did you see that one at Birmingham Org? So he was the guy that filmed it, and he said he was actually inside. He wasn't just behind the counter. He was inside a cupboard. This kid.
Oh my God.
So, he was like, a cupboard with the kids in the cupboard. Cupboard in a cupboard. So I want to get him on for a chat. I keep meaning to email him. Get him on for a chat and just chat about auditing in general and what on earth was going on.
Yeah, what the
Why
fuck?
the hell? Why do they have a kid in the cupboard? Why?
It just sounds so stupid.
They can justify a hell of a lot of weird, wacky things.
Like, what the actual fuck? Do you know there was a bloody, I don't know if you guys ever saw it, because I know you watch some British programs here sometimes, right? So obviously I grew up in the UK. There was a comedy show called The British Empire, and it was based in like a gym, like a leisure complex with like a swimming pool and all of that.
We got that.
And there used to be this chick that worked there, and she worked at the receptionist desk, and she had like this drawer, and she kept a baby in the drawer. And she'd be like, open the door, like, shh, and shut the drawer. It just reminds me of that. I'm like, what? But it's real life. What is going on? It's insane. Absolutely insane. Is that actually happening? Like, why was I mean, maybe like bring your kid to work day or whatever, fair enough. But like, why, there's plenty of room for him to sit in and do his homework. Like, why is he behind the counter? He probably had him filing or working or something, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fiona, I'll get it up. I'll do it. I'll get Bear Britain on I think he wants to come on. He said he would. I'm going to email him. But yeah, it's in my. I think it's in my shorts. I think that video's in my shorts. But yeah, it's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. I think I've showed everything I'm going to show.
Can I circle back then to that thing that I was going to say about that obscure doctor? That obviously, I mean, he rode off into the sunset, didn't he? Oh no, he didn't. That's Dr. David Minkoff. And
Dr. David Minkoff, yeah.
Well, but surely he's never been involved in a controversial Scientology death again, has he? Because they would have learnt of that, wouldn't they, Ree?
You'd think.
You'd think, but guess what, everybody? No. Similar thing happened with a poor lady with like a lot of mental health issues, and they told her she had Lyme disease. Like, I believe that's a real thing for some people, but I don't think it was her. And she was under his care. And he, like, I'm sure they had to take a lot of niacin and stuff. And another lady that and she had money, and that's the really sad thing. If you've got money, they'll keep you, and if you don't have money, bye-bye. But I really wish she hadn't had any money. They'd kicked her out. She could have got some help. Yeah, so sorry.
So that's it. So they drove. Sorry, they drove past 3 hospitals, I believe, to get to the hospital with the Scientology doctor. The Scientology doctor's name was David Minkoff, and there was there's this article here, a recent case. So he got away with that, with having any involvement. So I'll just read a little bit of this article. So Whitney Mills, she died by suicide in 2022. So this is only 2 years ago. You know, she was 40 years old. She killed herself, sorry, trigger warning, by being treated by a Scientologist doctor. I think did this go through court already, or it's still current? Is the court case still going on?
I thought someone might be suing for like wrongful death at the moment. I thought there was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So she wrongful death lawsuit against various Scientology organizations, to include Dr. David Minkoff and his alternative health clinic. According to the suit, Whitney Mills had been brainwashed by other members of Scientology who recognized her acute medical anguish, including debilitating depression, anxiety, and hallucinations. There's hallucinations again.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to be like real in psychosis, you know?
Yeah.
One allegedly
at the higher levels.
Body.
Yeah, at the higher levels,
Yeah.
you're supposed to look within yourself and talk to yourself for hours and hours and hours and hours, going, there's the thing, stop being bad, stop being an SP. Okay, great. Look within yourself, look within yourself. I mean, you're just drilling people to make themselves crazy.
Yes.
For
That's
hours
right.
and hours. And then if you did have any, like, oh, maybe this isn't right, the next time you go in for your security check, you have to tell them again, I've been having these bad thoughts, and then you get in trouble again and start from the beginning. So it's just...
Yeah. The doctrine
She cried out for
actually
help. Yeah.
creates the psychosis. Like that's the problem is, and that was very well written up in the Anderson report, which one day we will do a show on. But it is the actual doctrine that actually sends people into a psychotic state, and hence it's so dangerous. And it's not dramatization to say it's deadly, because the number of deaths, when you look at the scroll that Liz Gale made, I think I counted over 30 rest in peace deaths on that there were well over 30 deaths on that scroll. And it's statistics like that, the probability of that many dead, it just doesn't happen unless there's something incredibly wrong. And it's not the people. It is not the people. It's what they've been consuming in their head.
Yeah. It's just, how is this allowed to go on, you know? It just drives me insane. And there's so many cases, so many cases. But yeah, I would love to go through that Anderson report with you. That would be amazing. There's a lot there. They talk about the hypnosis, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Miriam's interested in doing that too. So that would be a good show.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Manning did a video about Whitney Mills. Yeah. I think Aaron did one as well. I had it on my phone. Like I say, I lost everything on my phone. I had the text between Whitney and Minkoff, and her like basically, you know, crying out, and him talking about OT powers and dropping her body and stuff like that. Basically, like, you know, dropping your body is unaliving yourself.
Yeah.
And I believe she trigger warning. She set herself on fire, and how she actually died. It was really, it was bad. I'm not sure. Horrendous. And this was 2 years ago, so it's still going on. It's still going on. That's what we want to keep saying, keep speaking about, that it is still going on. This isn't all, you know. I know I wear a silly hat, and that I do that for attention, to bring attention to the cause, you know. I'm also ripping the piss out of the fact that they are, you know, this stolen valor, because they're just the men and women in uniforms that mean nothing, you know. They're nothing. They think they are these superior beings that are saving the human race and all of that, where they're just a prick in a suit, you know. So that's what I'm being a prick in a hat. To say, well, you know, like, I can be that too, you know. It means nothing. It means nothing. So yeah, I think they did there was stuff going on to do with dropping the body, and that's just because death means something completely different to them. It's
Yeah.
just dropping your body and picking up something else, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, we just need to keep talking about it. I was trying to find the Lisa McPherson memorial. There is a page that's still up. So, like I said earlier, Mark Bunker and a couple of other people, they actually opened a Lisa McPherson trust in a building that was next to OSA, which is just absolutely incredible. But they only lasted a year because they were constantly harassed and lawsuits, and they just bled them dry, and just bullied them and fair gamed them to bits.
Because I
But
think
the
they had a
website,
millionaire or someone bankrolling them, and they started all these different lawsuits and investigations and things trying to freeze all his money. And he was like, "Look, I can't afford to bankroll this anymore."
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But the website's still there, and they're still speaking out about it and stuff, you know. Oh, hey, Journey, how you going? What have you said? I can't. Hang on. I can't hear you guys as I'm trying not to wake the hubby. 3 a.m.
yeah.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. So I think that's about all I was going to do today, I think. What else was I going to? Oh, yeah, just about the protest, right? So we're doing a vigil at the Church of Scientology in Melbourne, Ascot Vale. We'll be there from 6 p.m. Bring a candle, bring a sign, whatever. It's going to be a peaceful protest. We're going to, be respectful and remember those that have been lost to the abuses of Scientology. But also, I think we're going to do another protest the next day. I'm thinking maybe just go like 10 a.m. the next day as well. If you're up for that, let's just do it. Yeah. I think my boy will be all right. I reckon he'll be all right if he gets to lie in and we chill out for a bit, and then we can do it. Yeah, we'll do it the next day as well, and then just get it out of the way, and then we can go and have fun. Can go and see some penguins or something. I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to try and book my flights tonight. So, because a lot of people have been asking accommodation and flights and stuff like that. Yes. Oh, the candles. Yeah. So I'll show you the candles again. So from Red Dot. So you get the bigger ones are $5 a pack, and then the smaller ones are $4 a pack. Yeah, I've got quite a few packets. So yeah, even if someone wants to. Mad, you don't need to bring a freaking tent, all right? It's going to be... Mate, I'm just going to sort it, man. I just feel like I can't get onto the accommodation bit until I've done my flights because it's jarring my head. I'm not paying $1,500. I love you guys. I just can't, man. $1,500 for flights is insane. So I'm trying to find a fiddly way around it. I've been asleep most of the day. Earlier, I couldn't even stand up. Like every time I stood up, I'd go to the side like that, like I was walking sideways like a crab. So yeah, I'll get it sorted. Yeah, eBay and Amazon. I don't know if would it arrive on time. Maybe they do like big packs on Amazon. They might be cheaper for the candles. I think it'd be awesome to have like millions of candles there. Yeah, I was going to ask for people's opinions because. So I've been talking to an ex-Scientologist online, and I said about the vigil, and I wanted people's opinions because I get impulsive. And he said, "Oh, you should go there in a like a psychiatric, like a doctor's jacket." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like that." So I go and order it. I ordered like one of the white jackets. I haven't got it in here. Like a old school
like
asylum.
A lab coat?
Yeah, a lab coat. That's it. Thank you. So I bought it, and then like when I got it and I put it on, I was like, "Well, hang on a minute. What am I doing?" Like with this jacket, is this okay? Because Scientologists are scared of like psychiatrists and stuff. So why am I wearing a jacket? What's this gonna achieve? Like how do I make this work? Is it the right thing to do? So what do you think? Is it inappropriate? I don't know. I don't know whether to wear it or not. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you might be hot. If it's hot like it is this week, it might be too hot.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, any ideas? I don't know. Your son's. So Sydney at the moment, we don't know if it's happening because there's not enough interest. I don't know. It's probably a bit late for you to go, Lecky. Are you not sure whether you're going or not, or?
I'm not sure yet. I have to tee it up with work and see if I can work from The city, I'll probably be in there. So if anyone's interested in coming
Yeah.
along to the Sydney City one, yeah, let me know, or let T know and she'll pass it on.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you would do the city one if there was a few people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, Fiona.
Yeah, I was just reading it. I'm like, oh,
you have one?
wow.
What happened to your hat, Ree? Didn't you have
Yeah,
one with Zenji?
Zenji ate it. Zenji ate it.
Zenji.
I know.
I'll wear the
Naughty.
one T
He
gave
did.
me.
He chewed the thing off there, and then he got he wrecked
my
it. It's
God.
in the bin.
Bless him. I'm just gonna go through the So not for the memorial, you reckon? Yeah, I know, because it's
Yeah, I sort of went on a sort of a no. I'm not sure because one is that psychiatry doesn't wear those sorts of jackets any longer.
Yeah, I
like
know,
that's,
yeah.
And I guess anything that promotes fear for people when they live in a storm of fear. I think it's really funny, and I think it's a great idea, but the appropriateness when you're erring like that, I'm like err on the side of safety, and the sort
exactly,
of
when you come over to Sydney, we can get some, and we can go into their their front office all wearing the lab coats.
Now that would be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, there's having fun, but then there's being productive. Like we want to actually achieve something, and they're just going to think we're assholes, but it would be fun at the same time. So I don't know. Can do both, I guess. I don't know. All right. What else is people putting? Put a smiley face on it. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So Leni said I wouldn't. It tells those inside you're as mad as they think you are. Yeah. But it's like the SP thing as well. I guess like when we're saying we're SPs, I don't know. It's tricky, isn't it? No, not for the memorial. I wouldn't do it for the memorial. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to call us normies. We're just normal people. Just normies. We're not scary.
I've been thinking about making a sign because I want to make another sign because I just enjoy craft, and I've been wondering what I want to put on it, and it'd be interesting to get anyone's feedback on this. I've been wanting to say something like, just because you don't think it's a cult doesn't mean that it's not a cult, or not or like just because you don't. Just because you're only allowed to think Hubbard's thoughts, like where have your thoughts gone? Like something like trying to challenge the doctrine somehow, and there's got to be a short way to be able to do that. But I'm not sure of the sentence yet.
It's almost because they always say, find out for yourself. Scientology it's like, can you find out for yourself? Like,
like so, and it's like pointing out. So like N theta, you've got N theta, you've got suppressive people, like all of these things. It's control. It's controlling. It's controlling who you can talk to, what you can look at, like.
Even
why?
Saying,
how are you free? How are you free when you're doing that?
Oh yeah, I was going to say that. Are you really free? Like just simply, are you really free?
Yeah.
Can you read any book you want?
Yes, that's yes.
If you
that's
know you're right, you can read any book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what stuck in Tori's head, wasn't it? Tori McGee.
Yeah.
Someone said that to her, and yeah. Are you allowed to think for yourself? Yeah.
Are you free to help anyone you want to help?
Yes.
Yeah, but then
I don't know any other
they're
religion.
worthy of help. They're not worthy of help. Like autistic people are not worthy of help, apparently. the
Well,
degraded
you might not be
being.
worthy, but are you allowed to? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of other people will say, in the Christian tradition, they'll encourage you to try and help other people because it's the
Yep.
trying that's the important thing. You might not be able to, but try. And yet you're
Yes.
told you're not allowed to try. Like, it might not
Yeah.
work, but why couldn't I try? No, you can't. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, that's a good one. There you go, speaking their language. Are you at cause? Who is at cause over your life, you or Scientology?
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, let's do that one. So speaking of
Yep.
signs, I did make a few. I
just
got
took a
some
photo
printed
of
out.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Like, your questioning is valid. Yeah, right. So I got, last time I got some posters printed out and we put it on, like I did the signs and stuff. So this time I got it printed out in, Nanya, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. I'm not going to be wearing the wig in the sun. I'm going to dye my hair. Definitely. Thanks so much. That's really sweet of you. I got canvases printed out this time because so I did another one, Miriam, she loved that sign with the blue building and everything.
Yes.
It was so I've done another one for her.
Great.
Oh, great.
But I need frames. So Ree, I don't know if there's any op shops around you. If I give you the measurements, if you see any like crappy old canvases or something like that,
Send
maybe
me
you
the
could grab me
measurements.
some. Yeah.
Not a problem.
And then I've done 3. I've done this one as well. Whoops.
Great. Yeah. Great.
So I wanna I'm gonna get the leaflets done. And what's my other one? Hang on. Other one. I'm not really sure about this one. I just did it right. You can get these done in Temu or Shein, Autonomy, not auditing.
Yeah.
So they're really, really cheap. They're like maybe $3
Wow.
on Temu and Shein. They both do it. It's different measurements and stuff. You can get it in canvas, poster form. You can actually get them put with the frames as well, like $8. So cheap, and came really fast. Came within like 10 days, like a week to 10 days. So too late now, but they're really good because it's waterproof, like weatherproof, so you can use it again and again. So there's another little, I don't know, protesty tip thing. But I've also got, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. I got this dress. So you know how like I do sublimation printing, like I do. I haven't got anything to show you, but so I got this dress, right? And it's, I don't know if it's gonna. I might be a bit fat for it, but I'm gonna put, if I get time, the names of all the children, like printed all over the dress and other stuff as well, like an art piece. Beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to get time. I'm being a bit ambitious, and I haven't. My printer's been playing up, and I don't have the ink, and I can't get it till Monday. So, you know how it goes with the ADHD. I've had weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's last minute. That's how ADHDers roll. We'll see.
I'm laughing with you, T, not at you.
Yeah. Oh no, I know, mate. I laugh at myself as well all the time. Anyway, a front groups list would be good. Yeah. Yeah. We need some more awareness of that. What are you talking about, Jenny? Hang on. What's happened? Oh, a guy wrote about how a lot of 70 and older Scientologists, have not been approved to continue the OT levels because they now have diabetes, heart conditions, or cancer. Wow. Thankful his wife is healthy. Like, they dedicate their whole lives and then, all their money and have no backup plan, no retirement, nothing, no one. And then they're just told, now you can't do it now. Can you imagine that?
And they're not in a culture of encouraging their children to, help them or other people to help them because it's like you're not able anymore. Sorry, bye.
You just drop your body. It's all right. You're going to drop your body. You're immortal, like eternal anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really value human life very much, does it?
Okay, this is good. No. So Leanie's a former Scientologist. Your doubts are valid. that would have got her to think. So,
I love that. Yeah.
yeah. Are you screen grabbing?
Yeah, I'm screen grabbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you
How
for
about
that.
you?
Where's SP Cruiser
Downstairs
from?
passenger world, yeah. Sorry?
Where's SP Cruiser from?
Oh, the UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I've
you
met
for
up with
that.
her and we protested in London. It's
Oh,
lovely.
lovely.
Yeah, we talk very often. She's very, very lovely. Very, very lovely.
Well, she's giving great ideas.
Yeah.
I'm going to be having some content come up on my channel soon, talking
Great.
about art
Okay.
projects.
Awesome.
I've started some work to look at, because I worked on the list in Melbourne, and me and my friend Trish, who was on your channel before, we've been talking about doing it like a more permanent list, but trying to do something to, I guess, make it less, I'm not going to say less depressing, because it is depressing a lot of the time, but more joyful and hopeful. So we're going to be making an embroidered version of the list, but bringing in
Wow.
colours, and I'm starting to reach out to a lot of ex-Scientologists and people to say, is there a symbol or a colour or something that could represent you as well, to put that on? So think like Bayeux tapestry. So a lot more joyful, to kind of celebrate the people's lives or the dreams we had for them if they couldn't make it for us. So
Yeah, beautiful.
we're filming some things coming out soon to put it up, and people can see the progress as it goes. And I only like doing big projects. I don't like small projects. So maybe for this time next year it'll be done. Yeah, I think there's 204 names on at the moment on the list. So
wow.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be amazing, and a really nice way to involve everyone as well. Yeah, I love
And
these, like,
celebrate
projects.
all of their lives, whether they're still with us or not, to celebrate
and just
their lives.
the hope and the joy and the dreams that those people had, and celebrate their life. Don't, they got out one way or another, and it'd be nice to remember them outside rather than, kids that were lost.
Yeah.
Or lost their childhood.
Yeah.
And you losing their lives while they're in, to a certain extent, where they're not living normal lives, and then coming out and having to navigate the world. Especially those on the list that have been there as children, it's be foreign, I would imagine, to a certain extent, be foreign to them, and forming friendships, like, everyone around you would have like these had these long friendships and stuff, and like having someone that would wouldn't think you're weird or whatever,
Well, even I mean,
So,
I'm not to specifically go into any drama or anything, but you're like, wow, all these people who are just, you can tell so many things that, you listen to their stories and the things that they do, and you've got a lot of things in common with them, but there's a lot of other things where you're like, wow, Scientology really messed you up and damaged your ability to form normal connections with people, and having to go, is this Scientology, is this me, is this normal? That'd be so hard.
Oh,
yeah.
So hard.
That's
and
I
to
want
lose hundreds and hundreds of people all at once, like everyone that leaves Scientology, they lose everyone they've ever known. So if you've been born in, that's everyone you've ever known, and all of your family and all of your friends all at once will never talk to you again unless you do the A to E and get back in good standing with Scientology. There's only those two choices.
And your
Thank you,
culture and your
Irish Mark.
language.
Just want to say thank you to Irish Mark. You're a legend. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much. I don't know how many members there are now. I was going to make a list of the members and do shout out and stuff. Like I say, I am not organised. I will one day. I'm going to have a pucker show. I'm going to have everything organised and all my clips lined up, just like Natalie, and just like that's what like I want to get there at some point. But I'm a newbie. I think we go all right, don't we? We go all right. Yeah. This is only the second Voice Down Under show, so it's sick and everything. So, but yeah, hopefully, I'd love to build up my channel. I'd love to build up the awareness. I'd love to come on every day if I had time. Because since my illness and everything, like I'm not. It turns out that I've got eczema as well now. I've had a massive eczema flare up, so I can't use I'm not supposed to be using chemicals and stuff, and I work with chemicals. So if I could do this and do it a bit more and have a little bit of pocket change put back into it, whatever. Because I don't think I'm going to be doing that much longer. I wouldn't mind studying as well. So, but I'm not sure what. Maybe social work I'd like to do, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Something to do. I just want to help the kids, you know. Yeah. But yeah. Definitely exposing front groups as well. Somebody mentioned we want to do that. There's so much to do, isn't there? I think we need to make a list of all these things that, like, we've got all these things going on, haven't we? That we talk about in the chats, in our private chats. And I think we need to have like some kind of visual to see what the actual fuck is going on. What are we doing? All the loose ends we need to tie up, because there's certain things, because I know you've been drafting up something, Lectric Boogaloo, but we need to do the other bits and bobs that go with that. This is behind the scenes stuff. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we need to actually have, like, it'd be nice to just meet up in person and sit down and put our heads together and have like an actual, you know, like a big brainstorming.
I tried
thing.
this week. I didn't win the $100 million. I'm gutted. I'll try that again next week.
Oh, it's a shame you can't come over to Melbourne again. Aussie Drongo, how you going? Have I missed anyone else in here? I don't think so. But yeah, no, thanks for being here, everyone. I think I'm probably going to sign off in a minute. I think I've said everything what I was going to cover. I don't know.
If anybody's got any questions, drop it in the chat or the chat afterwards for story ideas for T. She's got so much energy. And she needs more things to do.
I'm panicking about actually getting something put together for this protest. I haven't made anything. So, but it's like, I'm not going to make anything tonight. Thank you, Fiona. That's really sweet of you. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, I do need to, like, I look too far ahead. Yeah, I know. It's a bad habit. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Oh, okay. So we need to drop the links, don't we? Someone's asking for yours. Yeah, we need Lectric. Let me get the links. I'm going to put the links in the description as well afterwards. And I might make another community post with all the Aussie protesters links on. We want to get this movement built up. We want to get the word out and put people to join us. Let me just try and find you. I think it's just Lectric Boogaloo. I was like, everyone's going, oh, Lectric Boogaloo, it's such a cool name. And they're like, yeah, and all this. And I'm like, what is Lectric Boogaloo, right? So I looked it up. I looked it up on YouTube the other day, and I'm like, what the frick is this? It's like dancing.
It's just a good name.
Is it like break dance, like dance off things or something, isn't it? Like from like the 80s. It was so cool.
From the olden days when I was young, there was the Electric Boogaloo.
Here we go, hang on. All right, so question. For the show Voice Down Under, do you have a scheduled time? Yes, I'm going to stick to so it's 6 p.m. my time every Friday. But it's confusing because I'm in Western Australia. We've got Ree is in Victoria, and we've got Lectric Boogaloo. You're in New South Wales,
Sydney,
right?
Yeah. So it's 9 p.m. for us.
You have daylight saving times. You have daylight saving, and I don't.
Yep.
And I don't know what it is. So I really want to make like a list of, I don't know, different time zones compared to, I don't know. Yeah, I will be on the same time. I will be on at the same time every Friday. But I don't know about everybody else because you keep changing your clocks and stuff.
We won't for a while.
All right. Did that link work?
And if we get someone joining from Queensland, they don't have it either. So.
Oh, okay. So does that mean they're the same time as me, or they've got their own time and that one's the same?
No, they're not the same as you. They're just an hour out from us. But yeah.
An hour ahead of you?
What are they? They're an hour behind us at the moment.
They're an hour behind.
When daylight saving starts, you lose an hour. So we go forward an hour. And then at the end of daylight saving, we get the hour back. So, but they don't move.
Yeah, and then you have South Australia and Northern Territory, don't they? They're like an hour. They're normally an hour and a half ahead of me. And then they go, oh, mate, it's
It's a big
confusing.
country.
It's a big country.
Yeah.
It's like the US. Yeah.
Oh, I feel so. Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra is 3 hours ahead of me. Yeah, 2 hours in winter. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's annoying, isn't it? I just need to move over the eastern states and somewhere. I need to move to
I
Melbourne.
think you do. You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Melbourne
Jake's
was
been
pretty
going.
nice.
Jake went to school for an hour. Jake went to school for an hour on Thursday and an hour on Monday. Woo!
Well, good job. An hour's better than no hours. So
That's right.
Yeah, not in his class though. He just went and sat in the library with a friend. But yeah, just trying to desensitize him. The reason I was saying that is because I'm like, well, if he's not going to go to school, I might as well like move to another state. You know?
Yeah.
You know? Nah. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I think we've covered everything. I might do another little stream. I might do another little stream tomorrow. With I don't know. Probably not. Actually, no. I'm just talking crap. I will be on again though on Monday morning. If anyone would like to tune in to Ho on the Go. What about you, Ree? Have you got anything coming up, or you Electric? Like anyone else got any shows or anything?
I've got something coming out with Miriam. I won't say any more about that, but just stay tuned for something coming out from Miriam soon.
I bet it will be awesome.
So excited.
Very exciting. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. I've got some people Sorry, you go. No. I talk too much anyway, so you go.
I was just going to say I'll have some content coming out about my version of the list.
Beautiful.
So I've got some video and photos and things taken. I've just got to get a little bit more on there, so I can start putting that out. And there might be something coming out from me and Trish soon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So
awesome.
That'll be fun.
That's great.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go on Pose and talk about the upcoming protest.
Excellent.
Yeah, just get the word out. Yep, that'd be cool. Yay! All right. Okay. Oh, Joy, you were just about to go. Joy, I haven't seen or heard from you in ages.
Joy. Hi, Joy.
How are you going? How are ya? Long time no see. You've been hiding. Yeah, we're just about to sign off, mate. I don't know if you're on the Facebook group. Oh, the Facebook group. I should put the thing up for that. We do have a Facebook group, SPTV Downunder. I'll put that up as well. Actually, I'll just show you quickly. Sorry. What time is it there now for you?
While you're getting that up, I'll just mention something that I'm really interested in. And if anyone has any information that could help me with this, it would be greatly appreciated. Yeah. And that is, I'd like to find out more about the city, the Moonee Ponds Council and their meetings, and what we might be able to do in relation to going to meetings like they're doing in Los Angeles. And I think that would be a very good strategy to have. So I don't know anything about politics or anything like that. So if anyone does know any information, please feel welcomed to contact me and educate me on what I could possibly do to start going to those meetings.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that would be brilliant. I'm going to try and look into that in Perth as well. So anyone who would like to follow the SPTV Voice Down Under Facebook group, I can't remember what it's called. All protest events will be posted on there with the location and the time and everything if anyone wants to join in. Little bits and bobs that we find out. So we've got this here. Was sent to me by someone in Yarra Valley Drug Free World. They are supported by these companies. These obviously the Church of Scientology is there. But yeah, these are either probably most likely Scientology owned companies. They've been setting up a lot of NGOs in Australia, which is a bit worrying because that's, I mean, what's this glitter and glow? That's like, what is that all about? So just awareness of things like that, of things that are going on in Australia. We put things up like that in the Facebook group, and you can share things and meet people, and so it's a good little resource. And I will just put the link in there. There we go. Oh no, that's Lectric Boogaloo's again. We can put yours in there again. I swear I copied and pasted that. There we go. There's a link. Hang on. Copy. I probably pressed paste and didn't press copy. Pop that in the chat. Yeah, they're sponsoring Drug Free World. Yeah. Oh, yep. Good on you, Joy. Okay, that's the link to the Facebook group. I'll pop it all in the description as well. I'll put the link to Bunker's video. What else shall I put in the description? Anyone want me to put anything else?
That's it.
It's good.
That'll do, won't it? Yeah. All right, cool. All right then. Well, we will pop off, and thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to see you guys on Thursday and Friday. So excited. Thanks, Jay. We'll see you. I'll see you on Thursday. Can't wait to see you again. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. But yeah, make sure you tune in and give us some support from the other side of the world. And yeah, we'll get the story, keep the story going. And I'm going to stop blabbering and go. All right.
Bye.
I hate saying goodbye. I prolong goodbyes. I'm really bad at goodbyes.
Really?
All right. Yeah. See ya. Bye.